And welcome back. This is Cowboy. Today we're going to be testing out the new truck that we bought last episode at the very end. And we're going to see how it does. For right now, we're going to go ahead and just get those boulders cleared, just so it's done. And then we will have another contract to take on. We won't need a trailer for this one, because it's just 2 service spare parts. So this should be pretty easy, pretty quick. Then we'll take a look at the other contract and see what we need to do. Service spare parts. Service spare parts. I'm not exactly sure how service spare parts are going to clear boulders, but yeah, I'm just a driver, so it's not for me to be concerned with. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was close. That was really close. That almost ended badly. We're definitely going to want to use high range in this truck because of the smaller fuel tank. You know, we're going to go a little slower, but we will get much better fuel efficiency. Yeah, we're definitely going to be running out of gas a lot quicker than in the white. Now, truth be told, I don't think I've ever really used this truck, so I'm not sure what the characteristics of it are going to be, how well it does off-road. Right now, we haven't even switched to all-wheel drive. And we've just been trucking in rear wheel at the moment. I don't see any point in switching it yet. Again, just for fuel efficiency. Let's see how well she does pulling through the mud in high range. Not too bad, never had to shift out of high. That's actually pretty impressive. Full load, uphill, through the mud, and it still pulled through with no problems. Fuel efficiency went down quite a bit, but that's alright. Alright, boulders are removed. That's excellent. Let's switch over here. The one we're going to do is work for Old Sweat. Work for Old Sweat. Okay, but what a title. Alright, so we need to take a concrete slab and service spare parts down to the quarry. Now we can pick up service spare parts over here. And we can pick up, I think, a concrete slab here. Let's find out. That'd be the warehouse. Cruise on down here. Warehouse, concrete slabs. Excellent. So what we're going to do is we're going to swing up, grab a trailer, which is over here. Well, we'll grab the service spare parts, grab just a small trailer, come down, pick up the slab, and get to the quarry. That is the game plan. Let's go ahead and back this bad boy up to a spot we can turn around. Let's lock in the diffs to make it a little easier. I don't think it's particularly necessary, but we'll just do it to speed things up a little bit. As we back into a tree. Yeah. Who cares? It's just a tree, right? Okay, we'll switch it on out of low and go into high range. Work our way on through this mud. Kind of deep, but not too bad. Again, in high range. Curious to know how this truck will do in Russia. I know the mud is a lot more intense over in Russia. But that's down the road, quite a ways. Now, I know we've only burnt 14 gallons, but I'm gonna kick it on in here and top it up. Just like that. Let's take her out of 4-wheel, pop it up in the high, get the best out of our fuel efficiency as we can, or fuel economy as we can, whichever one. You know what I'm trying to say. Oh, damn. Oh, whew, disappeared. Cool. I can see that glitching and causing all sorts of mayhem. It's not a bad looking truck. Wish those rear tires were dualies though, dually mud tires. That'd be cool. Kind of fill out that fender a little bit. Go interior. I got a little blind spot peep window right there. Not sure what those are actually called, but it's what they're for. So far, so good. I'm liking this truck. I don't know why I ever or never gave it the chance. Oh, maybe when I first played it, it either wasn't available or it didn't have four-wheel drive, but that doesn't make sense because when I bought it, I already had differential lock and four-wheel drive, I think. I don't know. Just never really gave it the time of day. Kind of a shame. Because I'm going to rate it right up there with the White Western Star. Definitely needs a taller snorkel on it, which I can get. I just have to get to that level. And we'll get there. Later than sooner, I'm sure, but we'll get there. Speaking of later than sooner, I do apologize. It's been a couple of days since my last video upload. Just been working my normal job, which has been running me ragged, and by the time I get around to being able to do a video, I'm dead tired and I'm just ready to go to bed. It looks like my trailer mods are back. Still haven't decided if I'm actually going to use those through this playthrough. It's kind of one of those things that's still trying to decide on. You know, if you guys want to see me use mods, let me know. If you don't want to see me use mods, let me know that too. Either way, it doesn't make a difference to me. I just enjoy playing this game. You know, if I do use mods, I will try not to use overpowered mods. I do have a couple of overpowered mods, like trucks, money, that sort of thing, but I won't use those ones because I do know how overpowered they are. But like my off-road trailers, about the only thing it offers is just that the trailers have a higher ground clearance, less likely to get hung up on things. You know, but as far as dragging through the mud, it doesn't really improve that much, at least not that I've noticed. Sorry, 1 second. Heck, had to check something. Be really bad get an hour into this and realize I forgot to hit the record button. So it wouldn't be the first time. Now, chances are you probably think that my videos are a bit unorganized or unplanned. If you do, you're 100% correct. I don't plan out my videos. I don't try to figure out exactly what I'm going to do and what I'm going to say. It's just kind of winging it. You know, just as I would play a normal game. You know, that's the whole point of a game, is to be enjoyable and relaxing I'm not trying to make a job out of it. I already work full time as it is. You know, I'm not trying to make a full-time career out of playing a video game. I'm trying to actually sit back and enjoy it, break away from reality for a little bit. And that's why I game. You know, I know there's a lot of hardcore players out there that game is life. And it's not. You know, it's a good way to break away from reality, but that's about as far as it goes. You know, if you're not enjoying a game, there's no point in playing it. If you start getting really frustrated at a game, and mind you, I suck at practicing what I preach when it comes to this, but if a game is starting to aggravate you and you're getting pissed off, it's time to walk away from it for a little bit. Pause it, get up, go for a walk, whatever you gotta do to calm yourself, relax, because it's not worth the high blood pressure and the aggravation and the busted controls or keyboards. It's not worth all that. You know, and again, I personally have a hard time practicing what I preach when it comes to that sort of thing. I've been known to have games frustrate me where the controller goes flying across the room. Let me try to repeat that where it's clear. Where I get frustrated and the controller goes flying across the room. There we go. That's better. I have gotten better over the years though. They don't fly too much anymore. You know, older, wiser, can't afford to replace it. I can, but I'd rather not. I can find better things to spend my money on than having to replace something that my temper destroyed. Yeah, I'm gonna shift to low just so I can ease through here. And like with the wide, I'm just gonna go straight off the face of the mountain. That seemed to be the shortest way down. Yeah, so speaking of breaking things, sitting up in my kitchen, my wife and my son, we're just sitting there talking while dinner's cooking, and we have a couple of sweet potatoes in the oven and cooking. 350 degrees, normal temperature to cook with. And suddenly, just out of nowhere, the outer glass of our oven door explodes. Just totally random. Glass went all over my kitchen, and I was like, what the hell? It was crazier than shit. You know, and the funny thing is I repair appliances for a living. And anytime I've ever had to repair an oven glass, because the customer states, oh, it just exploded, always in the back of my mind, I'm like, yeah, okay. You know, an outside glass, you know, the glass door is made of three panes of glass, and the outside glass just explodes. You know, somebody hit that with something. You know, but now I fully accept what they say when they tell me that it just exploded, because mine literally did. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Well, not really, but in my own house. Oop, wrong button. Alright, so we completed that one. I didn't even look at what the payout was on it. I was too busy talking about that experience because it was kind of cool. Alright, so this is... I need to deliver to the warehouse cargo containers times 2. Key. We'll accept. Oh, sweet. It's already on one trailer. Let's detach trailer here. We'll pull on forward. Now, I've got a feeling that this truck is not going to be able to climb the face of that hill with this heavy trailer on. So, we're not even going to try that. We're going to actually take the proper route around. We are going to creep it in 4 low. Well, low high or low plus. Oh, oh, oh. Whoa. That is not cool. Come on. Come on. Don't tip. Don't tip. Stay up. Stay up. Oh, that was close. That was really, really close. I was talking about not tipping over and almost tipped it over right at the very beginning. Oh, this is gonna be rough. Come on. Find grip. You're not gonna find grip. Over the rock. You're not gonna make it over the rock. Son of a bitch. There we go. Now we're doing it. I hope there's a fuel trailer on the way. This is going to be a long haul up this mountain. Let's pop it out of that. Take the differential lock off. Kind of wondering if it wouldn't do better with a little bit of weight in the back end. That is kind of steep right there. Alright, so normally I would go that way, but that is a pretty hard angle. Doesn't look that bad until you get on it. So we're gonna creep on up this side. Hopefully. Let's lock the differential in. Got much more grip on it. I got a feeling I'm gonna need a crane by the time I'm done hauling up this hill. Oh, come on. There we go. Dig through. I just smashed my fender and it popped right back out. That's crazy. There we go. Now, we're gonna try something else that's stupid. See if we can stay up towards the top here. Run over these little saplings. Alright, so far we've had a couple of close calls, but we're doing pretty decent. Although we're already below a half a tank of fuel. Next problem is that right there in front of us. Let's try to swing wide around it to avoid that large angle. Right. They're almost there. Come on, a little further. A little further. There we go. Now what the hell? Trying to get back up on the roadway without pulling the trailer into this ditch. But it looks like I'm not going to have no other choice but to do that. Alright, we're good. Alright, cool. Alright, now we just truck on up to the warehouse, get these delivered. And hopefully we find a fuel trailer on the way. But I don't think there is one. That's the only downside. Make sure we swing wide around these corners so I don't run the trailer up on the guardrail or on the cliff face. Make sure we do everything on our power not to tip over. wind swinging wide. Digging through the ruts. Kind of bouncing all over the place. But again, still haven't taken it out of high since we got on the pavement. Now we're pulling about 2 to 2.5 gallons per minute. It is what it is. Now we are climbing climbing an elevation with a load on the back, so it is going to suck more fuel. The question is can we get to the warehouse before we run out of fuel? Alright, we're down to 15 gallons. So far we're still doing pretty good. I want to say we're about halfway up this mountainside. It's gonna be close. But I've got a feeling we're gonna have to send a rescue vehicle to get fuel delivered out here. Alright, this we're gonna drop down to low. Just because of the angle that it's at. Try to hug up here on the side. Very good. Switch it back up to high range. Past that little potential hazard. We got about 6 minutes approximately of drive time. Probably closer to 5. Now the upside is there is a trailer store up near our drop-off location, and we can get a fuel trailer there, fuel up, and be good to go, as long as we can make it to where we need to go. We're gonna go bouncing across this bridge here. No problems there. We are in the red on fuel. 9 gallons. We are sucking 4 gallons in there right now. Oh, let's hit the pavement. I'll take it out of 4-wheel drive. That should help on our fuel consumption a little bit more. Down to 7. We're gonna be calling it close. Just gonna be very, very close. Six gallons. Come on. Almost there. Almost there, just a little better. A little more. A little more. 5 gallons. Oh, and here's the trailer store. Oh, we made it to the trailer store. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop here, detach the trailer. We're gonna cruise right on over through the fence. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and grab it, even though it is. Oh shit, that was $1. That's right. Clothes, we're gonna refuel. Just like that. Then we're going to go back to the trailer store. We're gonna sell it back for $1. We succeeded in making it. Alright, let's get this load to where it belongs. Hot damn. Oh, we got promoted to level 10. Nice. $4,300. Let's see what the next one's gonna be. That's a lumber mill. Power lines, I'm willing. Okay, those are. Okay, metal beams, and metal beams. Where is a location that I can pick up said metal beams? Oh, I can get them here at the warehouse. Okay. And they're all in Island Lake. So. Ooh, let's see here. We may have to go as far as we can. We're gonna go ahead and accept this. Cargo management. We need metal beams. 2 and 3. Alright, so we got all the metal beams we need. Okay. The problem is gonna be fuel. So there's 2 ways I could do this. One, go as far as we can, and then send out a scout rescue with a fuel trailer. Or we can grab a 4-wheel cargo fuel trailer from here and drag it with us. You know what? We're going to go as far as we can on the 64 gallons. And then, if we need to send out the scout rescue, we send out the scout rescue. Easy peasy. Gives us a little more adventure anyway doing it that way. We gotta work our way all the way back down around and out to Island Lake, which is down through the swamp. So we are going to keep it in two-wheel drive and high range, again, for maximum fuel efficiency. We are hauling a full-size cargo load. Like, aside from a trailer that requires a saddle high, I don't think you can get much heavier than this. I don't remember that pothole being right there. Kind of stick out here to the edge. Make sure our trailer gets on it. I always want to swing wide around the corners. Just so you don't run your trailer up on the embankment. Even if you're carrying a short trailer, oh, that's kind of a steep angle. Huh? Alright, we got through that, not too bad. Even if it's a short trailer, you still want to get in the habit of swinging wide on your corners. That way when you're hauling the big trailers, you don't have no problems. Guess what I'm gonna do is stop right here real quick, because I know, there it is. We're gonna need to come off of this hill here. Then we're gonna need to turn here. And then we're gonna follow it all the way down to here. Now, are we gonna have enough fuel for all that? I don't know. We'll find out though. Oops, that's reverse. We're at 52 gallons, so I think we'll make it down into Island Lake on the fuel we've got. We've been pretty conservative on fuel. Now we're probably going to burn through a lot of fuel once we get down to the swamp, because we're going to have to go in four-wheel drive. And quite possibly low range. Alright, so this is going to be a hell of a drop. Okay, so we're going to swing wide. Then we're going to try to bring it down where our trailer drops pretty well straight forward with us. That way it's not coming off at a massive angle. There we go. That's pretty close to straight. At this point we're pretty well committed anyway. Oh, oh. That was a little steeper than I wanted. I thought for sure we were going over. Then it wouldn't be a scout truck, it'd be a crane truck. Alright, we're gonna have to go into diff lock here. So we're gonna be sucking up more fuel. Let's pop out of diff now that we're moving. Kinda don't even think this is a road. I think this is just straight up runoff. Or just taking a runoff trail. This is getting sketchy. Ooh. Ow. We frickin' made it. Surprisingly. Alright. Just truck on through this and see where we can get to. So far, we're pulling at a pretty decent clip. And we're still in two-wheel drive. Or rear-wheel drive. switch it up to high and see how we do. Not as good as low. Low, we're burning less fuel because we're making it further. Yeah, let's go ahead and switch it into 4 or all-wheel. Kind of pulling out towards the deep. Don't want that. Now, if you notice, if you're new to the game, these telephone poles show you where the trail is. As long as you stay near the poles, you'll be alright. I think I'm stuck on a tree. Yeah, that or this is just a really nasty spot. I think it was just a really nasty spot. So good so far. Yes, I will say that a lot. Shifted into forward and just sank. This is a really deep spot as far as mud goes. We're almost there. So far we're looking pretty snazzy. Another more or less deep section of mud. But nothing to be concerned about. As my truck sinks right to the axle. Come on. Out to the grass. There we go. Beautiful. Sorry if you hear my cat in the background. Trying to tell me he's hungry. This cat eats more than I do. Here is our turn. We've done it. We've gotten to Island Lake. Beautiful. And it seems like it's morning time. Alright, so there is a fuel tanker up here. So what we'll do is we'll pull up here, drop off the trailer, grab some fuel, come back down, grab the trailer, and hit the fallen pole there. Swing up, hit the fallen pole there, and walk away to that fallen pole over there. That's the game plan. We shouldn't have too much of an issue doing it that way. I do want to see if I can unload the trailer first. Kind of the hope. Now up here, if I'm not mistaken, yep, that's where we need to go, so I'm gonna drop here. We're just gonna kind of bounce our way right on up through this little trail. Get some go juice. Just pop it in some all-wheel drive. There we go, no problems. Grab some fuel. Let's get this bad boy turned around. What the hell? Got hung up on a big boulder. Theoretically, this shouldn't take more than about 10 minutes to take care of. Okay, we are attached. Go high range, take that off. We're not going to need all-wheel drive, I don't think, at the moment. Alright, yeah, unfortunately it doesn't give us the option what to unload from. I had a feeling it was going to come off the truck first. Oh well, it is what it is. Alright, heading on to the next one. Now let's map this out. Kind of a long way around, but we gotta do what we gotta do. To get to where we need to go. Alright. Let's rock and roll. Preferably, let's leave the rolling out of it. Now we could drop down there and then try to cut across the swamp, but I don't think I'm going to try to play that game with a full trailer and no load in the back of the truck. It just kind of seems counterintuitive. Or less than a mile from our turnoff. We've just burnt 10 gallons of fuel, which is alright, you know. Bit of a thirsty boy, that's all. Okay, this is where we make our turn. Alright, all-wheel drive it is. I think I just racked the trailer across the telephone pole there. I'm gonna keep it in four-wheel drive through this next bit because I can't remember how bad this road is. So I'm thinking these markers are not in miles because that should be a mile. Unless it's broken to hundredths. Well, no, tenths. That doesn't make any sense either. 5/10 of a mile makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. I'm too tired to try to figure out the math on it. It might be in like defaults to kilometers, even though I got everything set to imperial measurement. This is 2/10 of a mile. It could be that. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Like I said, I'm tired. It's like 10:40 my time at night. And I still gotta go through and edit the video and get it uploaded so you guys can watch it. Oh hey, there's an international scout stuck out in the water. We'll worry about that later. Not a priority. I don't think we're gonna have any cell phone reception out here. Look at that thing. Cell phone tower's destroyed. At least we'll get power up going in this location. Or give them the ability to have power up in this location. But we are almost done with this mission. Oh, this is looking good. was looking really good. That looks muddy as hell. That wasn't too bad. I have about 20 inches of mud. I want to say these are 46s. Came up about halfway, so yeah, about 20 to 23 inches of mud. Somewhere in that area. Alright. $6,600. Very nice. Alright, I'm going to stop the engine right there. I appreciate you guys joining me. Like the video, subscribe, and have a good day. Over and out.